You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Happy Monday. Come on in. Man, it is hot here. It's hot, I think, most of the country right now. Our kids are going back to school in about a week. I think they're happy. Schools have air conditioning. You don't have to play outside anymore. It's awesome. Man, it's so warm, right? But it'll be over soon. We are getting to August, and it's going to pass. Today, I'm going to kind of go in a way that I'm going to give you a way of thinking today about building a bridge from where you are to where you want to go. I teach this all the time. A lot of people, when I first teach it to them, are like, yeah, right, give it to me now, right away. I will, but I'm going to give you a different mindset. I'll tell you why I'm doing that in a second here, why I'm going to kind of avoid the motivational shtick today, all right? Yay! It is a daily boost. My name is Scott Smith. Nice to have you. Yeah, when I first started this thing a long time ago, when I started what my company is called Motivation to Move, I had a very simple mission. Ready for it? Don't laugh. I'm going to figure out how to make motivation automatic. I'm going to master that so I could just give it to people and they can unwrap it and go use it. Now, pretty quickly, I recognized that wasn't going to work. I said, okay, it doesn't last very long. People aren't listening. I don't know. Life gets in the way. And ultimately, that's what the problem was. Life got in the way. Now, you have to understand, back then, we didn't have the studies that we have now telling us exactly where motivation comes from. It turns out it comes from what I'm talking about today versus what I was talking about back then. Just, hey, come on, you can do it, right? That kind of stuff. Life gets in the way. Now, I had another problem that happened. And let me ask you if this sounds familiar. So once we got through the motivational stuff, and don't get me wrong, there's a great time for that. We all love that. But at the end of the day, we want results, right? We want an outcome that we really want. What happened is life would get in the way and people would start to say, Scott, how would I fix this? And then we'd come up with, at this date, has been over 5,000 podcasts of ideas, tips and tricks and do this and do that and productivity hacks and all that kind of stuff. You probably have a big collection of all these things you have collected all over the internet, for years now, right? All of us guys get on these podcasts and say, do this, do that, do it. I got to tell you, I got bored with it. You know why I got bored with it? Because people started getting all these things together and they get all the tips. You know everything you need to know to get whatever you want in life. And yet still you're coming back for motivation. Not you necessarily, but people were doing it. I said, well, that's not working either. So the raw motivation doesn't work. And the tips and tricks, the Reddit lists and stuff like that doesn't work. I know you have a journal filled with all that kind of stuff. So what works? Well, ultimately, what ended up happening was I began to think of life as a bridge. And you might have heard me talk about this before. I began to look at it and I said, okay, so you are where you are right now. I don't know where it is. I don't know what you want to do. I have no idea. But most of us, if you're listening to a program like this, are heading in a direction. If you're not, you're probably, either you haven't found me yet, you don't like me, or you're not heading anywhere, right? So most people are heading someplace. So I just consider you to be sitting here. We are now. We're on this side of the bridge. And out in front of us is kind of a span, and there's a foundation of a bridge on the other side. And for years, I've walked this path. And one of the things that I do with clients when I work with them in the very beginning, we do our daily awareness diary. I don't ask them to do it forever. I do ask them to do it for about 3 weeks, just enough time to kind of track what's going on and get an idea, get a benchmark for where everything is. In other words, we're grounding ourselves in the reality of life. No matter what you think you're doing, it's going to be different. So we start there and we start kind of tracking a little bit, because from there, we can figure out what we really want to change. Are you laughing at me yet? If I were to talk to you, if we were to do like an hour call, I would get on the phone. The first thing I would do is ground you right down to where you are right now. That'd be it. I would want to figure out what's going on, because if I don't know where you are right now, well, let me take that back. The first thing I would do, like I said last week, is I would find out where you want to go. I'd find out what your hopes and dreams are. That's what I would do. Apologize for that little misstep there, but I'm not going to go backwards. The second thing I would do is say, where are you now? Because if I don't know where you go and I don't know where you are now, how can I even begin to help you? And so years ago, I began to work with the bridge concept. So think of it like this. I'm going to give you a phrase as well you might have heard me say before. Your present foundation right now is what I call a peaceful base. I want your life to be peaceful now. In other words, if you have any stress, if you can't pay your bills, if you're arguing with kids or your wife or something like that, if something is not peaceful, your focus needs to be getting it peaceful. My guess is the fix to doing that is pretty easy. A lot of times, if we can get people making some money, it settles everything else down. Not everything, and certainly not right away. A lot of times, money's the stress. Sometimes it's just time or a bad job. I don't know what it is. Do you have a peaceful base right now? Think about it for a second. Just give me this. Where you live right now, is everything peaceful? It's okay to have a little frustration, a little excitement about what you want to do. Absolutely. You don't have to be happy today totally. But at least things are good. I want you to fortify that. Whatever it takes. I want you to, save some money, pay your bills, say I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. The goal is this: where you are today, get a peaceful base, a place where you can lay your head down and go, I'm good. It's not perfect. I'm going where I want to go. Now, the next phase of this is for us to begin to kind of look to the other side where we want to go. We want to build on that. So we have a peaceful base today, and now we want to look to the other side and say, well, what are we building to? Am I going to get married? Am I going to go to school? Am I going to get a job? Am I going to move across the country? What am I going to do? What will make my life really exciting, whatever I want it to be? It's up to you to decide, right? What is that? Sometimes it's hard. If you got too much stress going on right now where your life is today, it's almost impossible for you to imagine something in the future. You don't know how you're going to get there. But I can tell you, that's why we want this peaceful base settled down. I hold people back so much, and I make them get so grounded, because then we can do anything. So the first thing is the peaceful base. The second thing is to begin to project and look and see exactly what that is across. What do you want to build? By the way, you want that to be peaceful too. So how do we do that?
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Well, while we're on a peaceful base side, when we have everything solid, we're going to start doing the pieces necessary to move us toward where we want to go. And that could be going to school, could be going to the gym. It could be saying, I'm sorry again. That comes up a lot. I don't know why. It could be one of those things, slowly maintaining our peaceful base where we are and slowly beginning to build a bridge to where we want to go, making it solid. Now, I will tell you what thing that happens. This is just a real practical thing. A lot of people come to me because I run this coaching program called Face Your Passion. It is to turn directly into what you're passionate about and suffer the pain to get there until you really enjoy life. You don't have to suffer very long, by the way. What I found is usually the most painful thing is just turning into it. But people come to me And sometimes they flat out lie to me. They don't have the resource, don't have the time, don't have the emotional or the community support they need. Many times they don't have the money. They don't have the peaceful base they said they had. Yeah, everything's good, Scott. Let's go. I'm ready to go. And we start going and we recognize that they can't move forward because they're being held back. So we want to start with having this peaceful base so we know exactly where we are, have a good picture of where we want to be, and then slowly, day by day, start moving in that direction. We're not going to go backwards ever. We're going to maintain our base and move forward. When you work with me every single day, one of the first things I will tell you and ask you is, how you doing? Are we moving forward today? I'm checking up on you to see what's happening. So when do you jump? When do you make the leap to the future thing you want to create? Well, honestly, you usually know it already. Honestly, if you built a good base where you are and you've begun to steadily move forward to what you want to do, no drama, just a daily repeatable pattern, just building what you want to repeat, one day you're just kind of there. One day you just kind of know, let's do it. I've arrived. But sometimes you wait too long. I can't tell you how many dreams have been lost because people just waited too long to make the move. So think right now, are you waiting too long on something to make the move? And how long do you wait? Well, on a scale of 1 to 100%, when you get to about 70% being assured that you're ready to make the move, you go ahead and do it. Are you totally ready? No, not totally. That's okay. About 70%. Closer to that than you are what's behind you. And go ahead and take the leap. Works every time. I will tell you this, too. If you're one of those people that is coming to the table and said, Scott, but I got to have it in 7 days. I'm not going to lie to you. Some things happen in 7 days. Most things don't. Most things takes time. Most things can take months to get there. But it's okay because we're always on the journey. We're heading in the direction we want to go. I don't play in the game of promising the world in 7 or 20 or 30 days. I don't do that unless I can give it to you. I just don't, because I just know life is life. And I think you're smarter than that. I think you've heard a lot of people promise you the world. I'm not going to promise you the world. You are the promise of your world. You're the one that creates your world. And when I can get you grounded in how the world actually works, separate from all the talk that's going on around, and you just start making those moves forward, you'll get what you want. I've seen it too many times, and I see it myself too. All right, listen, I'm out of here. Nothing fancy today. We'll just leave it at that, huh? I'll see you tomorrow right here on the Daily Boost.